Hey guys, I want to share what I use for spawning or bedding bass, where I had the most luck, and a few tricks that I use. Uh, One of them will be from Bass Pro Shop, the Speed Shot. What I like to do with it is, most of the time they'll dig themselves by weeds and stuff. So I'll just grab a hook, this, just like this, but weedless. So what I do with it is just make a hole, and run it through the head. There we go. And now they have a, I don't know if you guys can see, they have a little spot over here where you can get the hook in. And there she comes out. Try to get it as close to the middle as possible. There we go. Put it forward and done. And the reason I like to use these hooks is when you cast it, and it tends to wobble too. So you get the tail action and the wobble. This one I didn't do that good of a job, but still it's pretty much weedless, so you can run your finger just to check. And the Speed Shot from Bass Pro, it already comes scented, but I still use most of the time I like to use kicking bass. I'll make a review about scents and give you more details how I like to use them. And the other one, I'll just put a swim jig, and if there's no weeds, I'll just cast it like that. With the open hook, I tend to get better hookup ratios, and I also use a football jig, and where there's rocks, I'll throw this one, and it just falls down, and it will sit like this. So I'll hop it on the bottom, so it'll make this little bit of tail. And these are the ones that I use when I see where the bed is, and I can see the bass with what he's doing and all that stuff. But if I see a nest that's far and I don't know if there's a fish in there, I'll go to my number one and also my favorite lure to use for springtime bass. This is a Strike King Red Eye Shad in Krakow. It absolutely works great. You won't catch big bass with it. Also, the small ones will attack it, but you'll catch pretty much anything with this. Bass, pike, muskie. And sometimes I like to throw jigs, but not that often. I'll just throw a jig just to see how he's gonna react. Most of the time, depending if they spawn already, they're guarding the nest, or it's before they spawn when they make their bed. If there is no eggs in the bed, they won't attack this. They'll just ignore it. or they'll just nib on the legs. And I actually have a video that I'm about to post with this, so you can check it out what they do when you put them on their beds. And if it's a small bass, this is the one to go to. A small hook, and I believe these are 4-inch, and these are maybe 6. No, they're 4-inch too. But the ones from Bass Pro Shop, they're a lot bulkier, and they're a lot durable. I mean, I have one over here, the white one that I use for smallmouth, and when I fish by the dams, you can see it's all torn up, but still works. And I'll just cast it, and I have a video actually that I caught a small bass with this one. You can check it out in my channel. And the way I rigged this one is, well, this one's actually torn up. I caught a couple of small largemouths, and they just tore this one up. So I'll just rig a new one in front of the camera. Since this is more of a finesse thing, so what I'll do is I'll cut like a quarter of it. I'll just drive it in. And voila. On these, from Kitech, you can't really rig them to be weedless because they're so tiny, and they're not as durable as the Speed Shad from Bass Pro Shop. Usually I'm against using store brands. They don't tend to work that well, but this one just proved me wrong. Actually, I like using these, and they're so durable. Even I use scents on them, and they'll still last long time. And yeah, these are the lures that I like to use for bedding bass also. .3/8 chatterbait. If the bed is not where I can see the fish, but I can just spot the bed, I don't know, for some reason they'll attack white better than they'll attack any of the other colors. And I have a video with this one. I was with these two where I caught a largemouth. They were just nibbing on this, but as soon as I throw this one, maybe because of the red, but he just inhaled it. But yeah, these are the baits that I use for beds when I can see the fish, and when I cannot, when the bed is a little bit farther, they'll usually trigger a reaction strike. Alright guys, watch the video and enjoy it, and if you like the videos, subscribe. Okay, let's go. Bedding bass teasing. We're just gonna pitch it right on her bed. guys can see it. Okay, she's nibbling on this bait, but we didn't get what we wanted, so we're gonna switch the baits. This one is a smaller one. Got her. Oh, she's a beauty. I guess it's a male from the looks of it, guarding the nest. Let's see how big she is. All right. 1.4 pounds. I'm just gonna get this out of there, and we're gonna let her go. Oh fuck. Well, we got splashed today.